Well, U15 Osprey, so it's been fantastic being a part of the Osprey Association. Don, big weekend here in Harbour Grace, Don, for your hometown Osprey up against, of course, here now today again, the Western Kings.
A three-game series. They won the first one 3-0. Solid goaltending by Ackerman. Won a close one last night 5-4, so expect to see an exciting game. You can hear the fans in the background. Gary, we were saying, big crowd out from Cornerbrook.
Yeah, you know, Don, it's a big commitment to travel all the way from the West Coast, but great to see all the family members and everybody, of course, tuning in online. What a way to kick off a Sunday here in Harbour Grace.
For your hometown Osprey, the lineup, number 5, James Park. Number 7, Joshua Simmons. Number 8, Adam Button. Number 14, Robert Corbett. Griffin Brown wears 28. Logan Butler, 66. Ryan Jacobs, 72. Sandra Hogan is 77. Ben Pitcher is 88. Russell Monk, the Clareville native, the captain, wears 3. Matthew Russell is 4. Drew Deering, 6. Nicholas Russell, 9. Brody Harnham wears number 12. Nolan Harnham wears 15. Jack Earl is 17. Connor Green got the good game winner last night. He wears number 19. Noah Hemian wears 22. Ashton Hurley wears 27. Charlie Seymour, the rookie, wears 71. Samuel Pitcher is 1. And the starting keeper tonight, Andrew Ackerman, wears 31. Gary, and for your Western Kings.
Western Kings down, we have Jackson Rousseau. We got Ryan White, Tyler Wilton, Alex Coles, Ryan Applin, Sam Budgeon, Aidan Lambswood, Nicholas Starr, Michael Cumby, Kevin Gosney, Tyler Sims, Finn Furlong, Morgan Castle, Daniel Bursey, Rogan Tatchell, Keegan Elms, Chase Sims, Reed Hamlin, Luke Hamlin, Matthew Higgins Bellows, Alex Austin, Gavin Butt, Aidan Applin, Ryan Roberts, Reed Penny, and Michael Lambswood. Now, Coombs, that is your starting team here today as your lineup for your Western Kings.
And Gary, as we said, it's game 3. It's this beautiful Sunday morning, folks. If you got U18 AAA hockey in your area, get out and support it. And there's Green.
Oh, big goal!
Green is opening it. His mom and dad are here. He scored the game winner last night. The shot high on Penny. And they take a 1-0 lead.
Boy, good on him, Don, number 19, Green. What a kid. That fella's a class act all the way. Great character. Love the young fella. He does a great job of putting the puck there in the net. Awesome.
Plays with a lot of emotion, Gary. He's an emotional hockey player. He gets into it, and he reminds me of Brody Harnham.
Yeah.
They're going to keep the other teams honest along the way.
Hard on the sleeve right there.
1-0, 18:44 left to go in period 1. Want to reach out to and say a little shout out. The Osprey went to the Ottawa Senators Showcase for a few weeks back, Gary. They finished with a big win, a tie and 2 losses. It was a great experience, one of the great experiences of that tournament. And you know, because you're going with U15s to Halifax,
yes, sir,
they got to meet Dawson Mercer, and Dawson came and got his picture done with him and everything. What a man, folks. What a product to the Bay Arena Minor Hockey Association, and what a tribute to see him play in NHL. And
just stop right there. We're talking about the Mercers right off the hop. Riley Mercer right now, goals against. That fella right there is in the lead right now in the Quebec Major Juniors.
Yes, sir, and their daughter is still doing well. One's a forward, one's a defenseman, one's a keeper, am I correct? Her sister.
Yeah, they got a bit of all of it.
And this team next weekend, folks, you wonder when the next game is, but the Osprey are going to be on the road. They head to Moncton for the Monctonian. It's a prestigious Atlantic Canada scouting opportunity for young players in Atlantic Canada to display their talents. And as Gary and I were saying before we went on our broadcast, folks, we know it's a lot of travel. We know it's a lot of time, Gary. We know it's expensive. But if the kids are to develop, you got to get away. You can't play.
Man, if you want to get better in this, you got to play with the best. And right now, the AAA Association in the province, they're doing there's been a complete restructuring in the last 4 or 5 years of the AAA program, Don. And even in our area, whoa, what a save, man, by Ackerman. The huge development of the AAA program, just to speak for here, for example, the U13 and U15, I spoke many times before, Don, are now under the Osprey banner. It's all about progression in the area. And if you want to get better, you want to get seen, you got to play with these teams.
Western Kings with a little bit of pressure put on the Osprey right now. Ackerman kept me with a big save, and down the right side, it's Earl, the Shearstown native. Battles, comes up with the puck. He's working hard in the corner. Jack Earl, strong player. He's in against Daw. Earl again on the back check, picks up the puck, shoots it in front. Daw forced behind his own net, but first man to the puck are your Osprey. Earl is in the corner again on the forecheck. Kept in at the line. Osprey some pressure on it and outbreak the Kings. Down the right side. It's Bellows unable to get it through, and we're going to have a penalty called. And two senior officials here today, Gary. Two senior officials.
We got Dave Crane and we call him Chili. Mr. Dean Whalen.
Chili did the game. He's been around senior hockey a long, long while.
Same as David Crane, of course.
Yeah, and they bring a lot of experience to it. I know that Chili has done the Senior Hockey League, folks. And here tomorrow night at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre, guess who we got in town? The Southern Shore Breakers taking on the CB Stars, folks.
Old school hockey.
Right
you're a big rivalry right there.
And as I look around the fans, I see one of the former CBs and one of the executive members, Ian Moore's down along the boards up here watching the AAA. It's good to see Ian.
Don, the CB Stars, luckily this year to sign a fantastic athlete, local from the Bay Roberts area, of course, Bo Bennett's son, Zach Bennett, who I do believe is going to make his premier start tomorrow with the CBs. Am I correct in saying that?
That's right. He's doing his first start.
That young fella, of course, has played some major hockey all the way through, overseas, the Quebec Major Juniors. He's won championships, and of course now he's with his dad helping run the breakaway program. Going to make his debut tomorrow night. That's going to be a huge addition. The seniors hockey actually this year apparently is supposed to be really, really competitive.
Well, what they've done, Gary, I don't know if you're aware of it. The NL Hockey Senior League, the Hockey Newfoundland Labrador, I guess is the correct name, made the ruling that if you're west of Gambo, you play in the West League. If you're east of Gambo, you play in the East League. There's no more paying to go out or paying to come this way. You play with the team in your area. So whoever got your rights, say for example, Jordan Escott played a lot with the Growlers, yes. Called up. He's property of the CBs. He has to play with the CBs, or they can trade his rights to somebody in the East. So they got new rules. They just come out with him. Yes. Melindy, the former captain of the Growlers.
Yeah, that's who's at West, right?
Melindy and Escott were signed by Deer League, but they can't play with him under the new rule.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Whiffen, the star goalie from Grand Falls, was playing with Clarenville. He can't play with Clarenville this year.
Really?
Yeah, they come out with the rule. They put it in flat out, and Osprey with some pressure on now. Monk is in on the forecheck. Furlong picks up the puck for the Western Kings. Don Coombs, Gary Goss. Kings on a power play. Here's Bogdan. Puts it in the corner, going to look for the chase. Furlong picks up the loose puck, trying to get control of it. Osprey with a chance with Simmons against Furlong along the boards. They battle for the puck.
We got carried away talking about the hockey, but we're at 42 seconds left, and the Western Kings, of course, on the power play here. The Osprey trying to box him out right here.
Sims watched closely by Park, another Clarenville native on this team. This is TriPen. It's the Trinity Placentia area. It's back to the point. Coles with a chance to set things up with 28 seconds left to go in the power play. Kings with some pressure on. Here's Park along the boards. He clears it up, and they'll go for line change. 14:49 left to go in period one. 1-0 if you're joining us late. It's Don Coombs. It's Gary Goss. It's B&G Productions with David Sims. And this is TriPen AAA U18 hockey. Here's Simmons, first one to the puck. He looks to play it up off the boards, Gary. Bogdan again keeps it in at the line. 1 second left. Teams are back at even strength. That was Seymour got the penalty. On comes Deering. Deering got the toss on Friday night, Gary. He only played half the game. He's tripped up by Bogdan. Play goes on. Coles is forced back in his own zone. And here comes that clatter of them skates from Hurley Eye.
Yep. Player of the game the other night, Don. The Robbins player of the game. Got his first goal, too.
Strong little player, but Gary, going back to our Osprey, B&G Productions are the home broadcaster of the Osprey. This is a young hockey team. We spoke about it earlier. This is a lot of grade 10s. So good hockey to come here in U18, and we want to thank our many sponsors, and we'll get to them before this period ends. Again, Osprey put some pressure on. Harnum there it is.
Yeah!
Hurley Eye got it again.
Boy!
He's come out of his shell.
Don, you know what, Don? That young fella has always had skill. He's like a pit bull, and he has a Corvette for an engine. How does that sound?
I got it. 2-0, 13-40. He's worked hard in all his games, and it's nice to see him get rewarded. Notice, Gary, the 2 shots they scored on Lansford have been up high.
Yeah, and they've gone blocker side, I think, both times.
Yep. Here come your Osprey again, center ice area. Forced back into the King's zone. It's Stahl. Long cross ice pass to Bellows. Bellows looks to shoot it in. In on the chase. It's Cassell. Osprey breakout again with Monk, the captain. We know he got an engine. He's in against company, and icing going to be called. 13-16 left to go in period 1. Don Coombs along with the grill man, Gary Goss. U18 AAA hockey.
Don 2-0 right now with 13-16 left in the first period. Of course, some really great hockey take place over the weekend. Really love to see the young Osprey team players stepping it up now and creating some points here for this team. Great to see.
Well, teams are close, Gary. I think the Blizzard beat the Growlers on Friday night. The Growlers beat the Blizzard last night, so tight standings, and we know this is really the start of the season. It's development. That's what the program wants. So it wouldn't happen without our many sponsors, Gary, and we want to thank our sponsors, our gold sponsors, Brookside Service Station, Avalon Trimline, that's Kelly and Danita and Chris, Moorfrost, Ian Moores is here today. We spoke about Newfoundland Eggs with Joey Smallwood and them.
Who else we got here, Don? We got Sports Craft, Source of Sports, Allen Embroidery, Parsons Bus, Adams Financial Services, Don. And then we got the black sponsors. We got Advanced Auto Care.
They scored!
Oh!
The captain.
Who picked
the
up
captain.
Hey, Hurnham.
Got him.
No.
Monk.
Hurnham assistant.
Big goal. Take a 3-0 lead. We're not even halfway through this first period of play, Gary.
We're going to finish this off here now, Don. Byron Smith, Churchill's Home Hardware, the Scale Shop, Hickman Motors, Carboneer. And that's your sponsors, Don, so far. Let's talk about... Whoa, I think I lost power. Let's talk about that goal there, Don. Great job down low there by the Osprey. Great job.
Osprey come out fully charged this morning. There was a game last night from talking to the fans. I wasn't here. I was down at the Harbour Breeze eating some of their grill man's chicken.
We were down for the firefighters ball. Now we got a timeout there, I believe, by the Western Kings there. I guess they wanted to have a little chat there and slow it down. Even though it was only 24, what is it? No, there's 8 minutes left in the first, I believe. I'm just going by the timeout clock. Western Kings here now. We definitely want to slow things down and take away the tempo from your TriPen Osprey. Osprey coming on strong, by the way. It's probably one of the best starts I've seen as I had a chance to call some games with you.
Well, they are. They're playing strong. And, Gary, the league is development. You don't win the Stanley Cup in October. You win the Stanley Cup in June.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the same thing with this league. It is developing. As we said, they were away to Ottawa, showcase. They're going to the Monctonian. They got one other one in Peterborough. That's 3 big trips, and they'll develop. And Chris Crosby is a hockey person.
Hey man,
he's developing for the playoffs.
If you want to get better, you start off with a plan from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, and you have to have progression. And this is progression at its finest.
King shoot it all the way down. Ackerman lets it go, and we're going to have an icing call with 12:25 left to go. And Gary, you're under 15 team. You're saying you're traveling again next weekend, and you're going to Halifax in a few weeks, in a month's time.
Yeah, we're going in January. Yeah, we're going to the Ice Jam in January with U15 TriPen Osprey. Just come off the tournament the weekend at the Glacier. The Osprey, of course, struggled this weekend down, but they finished off with a tie. There's a great team there. They're just trying to find their way, but there's a bunch of talent. And Joey Smallwood, the coach, they're working his magic, of course, trying to get these guys to blend together and bond, and of course to find their way. Progression is the big thing, Don.
You got to.
You got to have the gold plate at the end of it so you can finish off. You know.
Exactly, like any sport. Some pushing and shoving from that. These two teams play with emotion, Gary, and Corbett. He opened scoring on Friday night, Gary. He's after becoming an offensive defenseman. He reminds me that I think it's Reardon that went away to the mainland. The offensive skill.
Randy Reardon's young fella.
Yeah.
I forget his name now.
Yeah.
Yes,
he had the same moves, and I think Corbett is along the same lines. I don't know. I think this is his second year. He's the second year, Gary, in the program.
Well, I think he's playing with the Ramblers. I could be wrong, but I know he's up, or the Moncton Wildcats. I'm not sure, but maybe somebody can correct us on that. Now, I want to talk about very quick about Corbett, the offensive defensive player. A player that can step up and rush the puck and have control and be confident is huge to have as a defenseman.
He got every bit of that plus.
And get back to 200 feet plus on back check if you get out of position, to be able to come back and get back into position. So if you got that, that's a huge added plus for a defenseman.
And you know what? The Osprey, and this is my 3rd year back doing the games, or 4th year, whatever Dave and B&G Productions will be doing. They had the young chap from Carboneer, Green. He was the war to see. He was outstanding offensively, defensively, with skill, full of confidence. He's playing on Canada's national softball team.
Green, yes,
Adrian
sir.
Green,
natural athlete.
And then I saw it was the Reardon that used to do the spinorama. When he had the puck, he'd lose it once every 100 times, but he made the play. He was confident.
True skill, man.
And they came back defensively. Here's Penny with a good save right there as Osprey continued to put pressure on this first period of play. 11:24 left to go, folks. It's a great game. And you got to have that on your team. You got to have somebody who got that offensive thing, is confident. You got to have confidence, but you don't be cocky. And it's a difference. And I explain to players when I used to coach a lot.
It's funny because you say that. Once a young athlete taps into confidence, they're unstoppable. They are. I've seen it. I've had the opportunity now to coach kids now since a young fellow was in U7. Oh my God, Don, that went in.
That's a tip in there, boy. No, he missed it. It went back to Simmons. Earl. I thought Earl might have got it, but it went in from Simmons at the point.
He's coming.
That's a 4-0 lead.
He's goalie change up here now. That was
that's good move by the cornerback coach.
Yeah, no disrespect to the goalie. I mean, I'm a goalie myself. Grew up playing in the net. That was a muffin. He thought that was going over the net.
He had a strong game on Friday night, Gary.
Yeah, I know.
They won 3-0. The Osprey won 3-0, but it wasn't Penny's fault, and you can see him slamming the gate.
Oh, he's upset. I mean, like I said, I've been goalie all my life, Don.
Last line of defense.
If we can say it, shit happens.
Yep.
Right? You know what I mean?
There's Brown with the puck. Looking for Earl through the center. Broken up there by the Kings. They got Da. Da's on the left side, unable to control it. Shot back in. Picked up again by Brown. Just shoots it down. It'll go on net where Lambswood will make the play. He'll leave it there for his defensive partner. That's Comby.
Don, we're 10 minutes in, and we got a 4-0 spread already. No doubt about it. The Western Kings are in trouble right here. But it's safe to say in hockey, you know what? Shift to shift. Let's shut this down now and start our comeback.
You got to win a shift at a time. You got to win a shift at a time. And I've learned from Chris Crosby, who's a hockey mind. The game is broken into 5-minute sections.
Absolutely.
The first 5, the second 5, the third 5, and the fourth 5. And that's what he's instilled with his coaching. And you're talking a fellow who's won multiple hurdlers, won Allen Cups, won it all, and one of the best two-way hockey players ever to play senior hockey in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
Don, if you had to look at the game as 60 minutes, it can be discouraging sometimes, especially when you're behind the 8 ball for goals. So right now we're down 4-0 to Western Kings. Definitely some regrouping going to happen in between the first and second period when the Zamboni comes on, 100%.
Yeah, coach just want to get through this now with no more damage, or like to get a goal to get back in and give his team some confidence and get them going. Right now it's pretty well all.
Don, you want to know what I love about this game so much? You can play this team last night and 5-4, and here we are this morning, 4-0. How things swing back and forth in the game of hockey.
Well, with U18, AAA, there could be a lot of goals scored in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
I've watched that over the years doing the games here, and they can score. Western Kings got goal scorers. They can score in a hurry. Or it's going to be, I shouldn't say it and jinx it. It's going to be hard.
Whoa. What was that all about?
It's going to be hard to get 5 goals on Anchorman. Crane coming in.
Yeah, that didn't. He was pushed into him then. Corbett didn't do that. I had my eyes dolled right in there then. That was
no penalty call.
No.
Crane was on the ball with that one. He's a senior official.
Absolutely. That was nothing dirty there.
9:37 left to go. 4-0 lead. This is Sunday morning. This is Don Coombs. This is the grill man, Gary Goss. And this is B&G Productions live at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre. U18, AAA hockey, the best of the best, from east to west.
No better day to play hockey than a Sunday morning. Jigs and reels on, maybe the pot's on at home.
Okay, I'm going up field race. Tell me you don't grill. don't grill that salt meat.
No steaks today. Salt meat in the boiler.
There you go, folks, and thanks for tuning in to B&G Productions. Pleased to bring you games the weekend. Both Gary and I had commitments last night. Couldn't make it, but Stan Snow filled in and did the video section for you viewers at home. Shot in by the Western Kings. They look to put some pressure in now as we're in the second half of this first period of play with 9:16 left to go. Good pressure now by the Kings. They'd like to get something, as Gary just said. Their coaches would like to see some offense from right now. Teams battling along the boards. Kings look to come up with the puck. Shot back. Appleton will take it back to his own zone. He'll cross-ice pass over to Bogdan. And on the forecheck is Harnham. They introduced themselves to each other on Friday night. And the Kings right now look to move it out. Good forecheck again by the captain, Monk. Monk doesn't lose many battles in this U18 league. Goes to the backhand, head is up, looking for a man in front. Finds back to the point. Long shot there by Jacobs and held by Lambswood.
You know, I got to go back to the Osprey with the grade 10s. The first year players. Don, what you're seeing right now, and I can tell you because this is from what I've watched, and I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of games or announce a lot, but I have kept up with the Twitter and followed all the posts and where their games are going to. The grade 10s, the first-year Ospreys, are really stepping up. They're starting to come out of their shell. You're starting to see the kids that have it, that have the skill, that have the engine like a Corvette's, really come out and start setting up, making the team full.
And they were stars in the last division, Gary.
Absolutely.
These are rookies.
Oh, yeah.
These were all stars.
Oh, yeah, man. In the U15, these were leaders in the province.
And, now they're stepping up. It's older. It's more experienced. They're bigger. They're stronger, but they're settling in. They're
finding the game now.
What is it? Find their mojo.
They are. I mean, it's obviously a lot faster. The hitting is taking it up another notch. It obviously is more aggressive, even though U15 does have full body contact. But it's just now these fellas have had enough time now to dial in and settle it in. Great to see, actually.
And I've been told that when they made the trip to Ottawa, there was a lot of team bonding, and the GM of the team, Chris Crosby, was there to meet him at the airport.
Yeah, class act.
A little bit of pushing and shoving in the corners again.
Now, Western Kings, again, 8 minutes left, 4-0. We talk about how things swing back and forth for games.
Jeff Simmons, one of the assistant coaches, coming on the ice
down
for the player down. We can't see who it is from our angle.
Yeah, it could be an injury.
But it looks.
I can't see who it is. 28. Who's 28, Don? You want to pull that up there? 28 is who it is. I don't have the...
Brown. Griffin Brown.
Griffin Brown, yeah. Griffin Brown's a big boy.
He's from Placentia.
He must have got hurt there on his wrist or something. He's holding his wrist or...
Placentia native. He's going off, Gary.
Yep. And we talk about grade 10s. Griffin Brown's our first year. These fellas were dominators in the U15, Don.
Gary, we're talking about the commitment at this level. You got practice. They're from Clarenville. They're from Placentia. They're from over Trinity Bay. They're here local. You got to get together for practice. You got to give up every weekend. It's a big commitment to play AAA.
The TriPen, I'm not completely 1,100% sure, but I'm almost saying. Do you 15, 13, 18 AAA programs, and even the U16, the TriPen area takes in 9 different associations. St. Pierre is also included in that too, by the way.
St. Pierre?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I didn't know that, Gary.
Yep.
Well, it's good
I only knew that this year, but I didn't realize. Right now, I haven't seen anybody play from St. Pierre in the AAA program. I don't think, and maybe somebody can fill us in on that. But they are included in the TriPen program.
Well, good for them. I know that they got good football programs over there, and that's where their specialty is. But nice to see them in senior hockey and AAA hockey and everything else. So good on them and good on the province for taking them in and be a part of it. It's a good experience to go to St. Pierre. It's a good experience to have St. Pierre come here. They have a different coaching philosophy and everything else. And a few years ago when we were over for a soccer tournament, I referred to Delaney's or Bo Bennett to him to get him over to do some instructions with him.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll talk about the hockey there. Like a lot of that's a big hit there.
That's Corbett again showing his offense.
He's showing it. Talk about the hockey. I know I'm on the topic of St. Pierre, but we have some friends that went down with the Rovers U15 last year. They had a phenomenal experience here. They had the whole light show and everything. It was just like the NHL. They loved it. The stadium was full. On a Friday night, the stadium was full for U15 hockey.
It's a different philosophy over there, Gary, because Dahl and everybody knows each other. They got big programs and they support each other.
Oh yeah,
judo is one of their biggest sports down there, also.
Really?
By the way. Oh yeah, they got people on the French national team, and there's a girl from St. Pierre playing with the French national team in futsal.
Yes, what? Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Jacobs
anyway, back to hockey.
Jacobs unable to control it. He looks for the man up front. It's Hurley who got a goal here tonight. 4-0 is the score. 6:16 left to go on this beautiful Sunday morning at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre. It's Don Coombs and it's Gary Goster, Grillman, live on B&G Productions.
Here we go, Hurley again coming in over, number 27.
Hurley looking for the man in front. He's bumped off the puck. Just looking over Brown on the bench, Gary. He's walking back and forth behind the bench, so we certainly hope Griffin is okay. The Placentia native took a little hit, and
he's going out next. He's next to the gate, so he's going.
Here's Brody Harmon. I find this young hockey player to be sensational. He's a team leader. He's got skill. He knows when to turn it on. He knows when to shoot the puck. And he's not afraid to get in and use his body.
Don, I might start a sibling war with him, but his younger brother, I think, has to step up on him.
Okay.
His mom is there only about 20 feet in front of me there. I might start a sibling war, but two brothers are phenomenal players. Young Harnham, I believe, on the watch for the Atlantics is number 6 this year as a U16. So, Great athletes.
And 2 Whiteway natives.
Yes,
There's
sir.
Brody again using his body against Daw. Daw trying to play that check off. There's Brody behind the net again. Makes the spinorama, looks to come in front. He's being watched closely by the captain, Cumby. Brody still with the puck. Makes the spinorama move. He's got Hurley Eye with him. Again, good moves. He's looking for somebody in front.
Boy,
Nobody
someone
there.
gotta get open. Put it on the net.
There's Deering with the shot.
He did. That's leadership down behind the net to keep that puck on your stick like that. I mean, you got to be confident to be able to stand there with 3 red jerseys around you, being able to control that puck behind the net. And not your net, by the way. Your net.
Exactly. 4:26 left to go. Roberts is in for the Western Kings. They made a goaltending change after the 4th goal, Gary. And what I like about this league, I don't know if all the teams do, but the teams that we've seen, they rotate their goalies, Gary.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you can't be a one-horse
no,
show
Listen,
at this league
Don.
where it's offense and defense so often.
I would like to think at this level, and with the amount of skill in the province, that you got 2 top goaltenders on your team.
Well,
Most times. There's always a stud that stands out a little bit more, but you definitely have a fantastic backup. And I won't call him a backup, but, right now.
alternates.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, right?
Again, Osprey putting some pressure on. They lead 4-0. First period of play. Game 3 of the series, folks. If you joined us late, Game 1, Osprey opened with a 3-0 lead. Penny had a great game for the Kings. 5-4 last night. Winning goal scored by Green. Was in there on the forecheck right now. He wears number 19. And today they lead 4-0. And there's Green again with the forecheck. Puts it up. Chern takes the shot. The younger Hernham, as Gary would say, and up and over the glass. 3:51 left to go in period number 1. Don Coombs and the grill man, Gary Goss.
Don, we talk about the Hernhams. 2 sisters play hockey as well. I believe they're all in the female AAA program in the area. Again, a sport family. Great to see it. We talked about before. We got family here. We got the Russell brothers. We got Seymour and Earl, who are first cousins. And I'm sure if I had to think about it again, if I go through the list, there's a couple other cousins here along the way. But it's a family affair, Don.
Button takes the shot. It's blocked by the Kings. Again, Button's using his body. He started off as defenseman. He's still listed as a defenseman, but he's playing forward. Right? Flexible hockey player that Coach Russell can use in different situations. It's Sims on the off wing.
Oh,
He's
man,
hit by
what a
Corbett.
hit! Oh, boy. Corbett using that 6'2" body size, man, to bring him down.
Park along the boards. He battles with Furlong. Furlong trying to get something to happen for his Western Kings with 3:18 left to go in period 1. 4-0 is the score. It's Austin at the point. Lukes gives it up to Applin, and Akerman will have no problem holding that.
remember-
Going back to the goaltender.
Yeah, that's what I want to touch on.
I got Akerman, we know, is one of the elite goalies in the province in his age.
most definitely.
But when he gave Pitcher the compliment that he feels Pitcher is one of the elite, if not the best goalie in the province in his age group, during an interview I did with him.
Oh,
what a compliment to come from.
Well, I could stand to be corrected, but the Osprey, to me, have the 2 top goalies in the league right now in U18.
And you know, because you've seen them coming up through
I know
the
these
system.
kids coming up through. Been around them a long time. Listen, the only way Akerman and Pitcher have 2 different styles of game, by the way.
Yep.
One has an acrobatic style, I like to say it, technical and acrobatical, and one is very technical. It's very the dynamics of goalies. Well, not only that, then you got Pitchers the first year, and we have Akerman as a graduating player, right? So
there's a big save by.
Who do you think is going to be there next year for the goalies?
That's
Obviously,
right.
Pitcher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Development.
And then we have coming behind, and we have Hunt and who's the U15. You know what I mean? Who's playing with the U16 this year, I believe.
Kings trying to put some pressure on. 2:33 left to go. It was a big save by Roberts that time at the Kings end, and he broke up off the thing, and here they come again. That's Applin there at the point back. Kings, you're not scoring on this. He can't see it. There's Bursey along the boards. Gives it back to Coles. Coles got Gosney with him. Tries a shot. Aikman, no problem with that. Deflects it out where the Osprey will try to move it out of their own zone. Kings get it in the center ice area. There's Bursey. Bursey moves into the zone. He's being watched by Seymour. Shoots it in front. Akerman again just deflects it up and high, and it's Park along the boards. Clarenville native over to Corbett that we talked about so much. Corbett again plays the man after playing the puck.
Now we talk about Bursey. Bursey played with the U15s last year in the AAA program. Of course, Bursey, from being from Labrador, came down last year and played with the U15s with TriPen Osprey, and now this year, he's with the Western Kings.
There's Hemian. In on the forecheck, gets there to save the icing call. He's out with Earl. Earl always plays a strong game. Shot all the way back where Jacobs will have to play it. He's being watched closely by Rousel. 1:25 left to go in this your first period of play. 4-0 to score. Don Coombs and the grill man himself, Gary Goss. Russell is in on the forecheck against Simmons.
Oh, boy!
Simmons picked up a goal here.
What a poke check. No flies on you, Ackerman.
Cumbie again keeps it in. Here's Simmons along the boards. He's been watched by Butt. Osprey with some pressure being put on him now by the Western Kings. As we got a buck exactly left to go in his first period of play. Simmons again behind the net. Osprey
actually, this is probably the best shift I've seen so far down from the Western Kings.
Osprey cutting their own zone.
They're being hemmed in, no doubt about it.
Jacobs is out there. He's got Earl. Up shot. Here comes Earl. Shearstown native. Trying to get some wheel time. Good play by Rousel. Stays on side. Shot.
Nice block by Ryan Jacobs.
Blocked again by Jacobs. Good pressure put on by the Western Kings with 20 seconds left to go in this first period of play. Again, Gary. Just shot back. Hopefully getting fresh legs out. Out comes Hurley Eye. There's Cumbie, the captain for your Western Kings, plays it up along the boards. Simmons unable to get it again. Austin shoots it in with 5 seconds left to go. Buck gets to the puck, nobody in front. And Gary, that's going to wind it down for this first period of play, and a good first period of play for your TriPen Osprey. They lead the Western Kings by a score of 4-0.
Well, I will say this. A breath of fresh air sometimes when you change a goalie, and that's not a disrespect to their goal, but what it does on the bench is just a little change. Sometimes the goalie knows himself when he was ready to come out himself, and it gave some fresh air, a breath of fresh air down back to the Western Kings. The last 7-8 minutes have been a great game.
This is Don Coombs. This is the grill man. We'll be back shortly for the start of the second period of play.
Canteen's open, Don. I think I'm going to get some fries.
No eyes on your fries. Morning, folks, and welcome back to the start of period number 2. Don Coombs along with the grill man, Gary Goss. Gary, exciting hockey here at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre. Your Western Kings trail your hometown Osprey by a score of 4-0 here. Game 3, Gary, 3-0 victory the first night, 5-4 last night, and the Osprey up 4-0 now.
Just a quick recap down to the first period. The Osprey come out strong, of course, very strong, and they get a couple quick goals, and then of course before the 10 minutes they have 4 goals. We've seen a goalie change by your Western Kings, and then that of course breathed some new life into the Western Kings, who have been able to keep the Osprey at bay up until then, and probably had their best the best hockey in the last 8 minutes of that first period. Down.
And Kings put some pressure on.
Absolutely.
And had the Osprey on their heels. So it's good to see the Osprey come out of that without getting scored on. There's Applin back for the Kings. He's played a lot of minutes this weekend, folks, as all the boys from Western. And they're from all over the place too, Gary. They're from Stephenville. They're from up in Labrador. They're from Deer Lake. They're from Corner Brook. They're from all over, and certainly a big weekend to come out in the bus and their family here cheering them on. It's what hockey's about, and the U18 AAA League is a family league also. Our parents travel with the boys. They go to Monctonian, they go to Ottawa, they'll go to Peterborough, and it becomes a family thing, and the parents and
Don,
the players from different communities bonding.
It's a huge commitment, Don. So and it costs a lot of money. So I mean, like at the end of the day, you want to be able to. What you're getting is top quality all the way around. So if you're getting your value for your dollar that you're paying, well, that's fantastic. That's all you can ask for at the end of the day, right?
And we're lucky with our organization here. And I don't know. I know Jack Lee with the Blizzard. I know the Impact. I know the Growlers and their management teams, their coaching staffs are committed. It's a big commitment to make for everybody. It's a big commitment on time, but you need it if you want to develop. And we're not saying they're all going to be Dawson Mercers playing in the NHL or Raleigh Mercers. You know, at the elite of the elite in goalies in this age group in the world. But you know, they'll get a chance. Some will go on to play junior. Some will go play major junior. So some will get recreation scholarships. Some will play senior, and some will play rec hockey. But they'll enjoy it.
Now, a lot of kids move on after this, and they move on and they play, they move on and they play, some go to university, some get scholarships. They're very lucky sometimes to be able to move on.
Here's the Western Kings again with some pressure put on. It's Simmons. He's got a goal. He moves it up on the wing. He's going looking for some space to skate. All shot down, and that's going to be icing call against your TriPen Osprey. Gary Goss, the grill man, Don Coombs, David Sims, B&G Productions, 18:05 left to go in period number 2. This is live at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre. As we said, the Pasadena represented, St. Paul's, Newfoundland, Deer Lake, Corner Brook, Port au Soir, Port aux Basques, a player from Bay Roberts. Elms plays with the Western Kings, by the way, Gary. And here come the Kings trying to break out. Get a chance to keep it in. At the line is come by the team captain. He wears Paul Coffey's number 77. And here come your Osprey. It's Hurley. Long cross ice pass to team captain Monk. Captain Monk played in the World Ball Hockey Championships several years back along with Nick Crosby representing Canada, folks. What an opportunity. Here's Hernham. In the line of boards, it's Button. Looks to keep it in. Here's Russell with a shot. He's got a great shot, Gary. Again, Kings pressure put on now by the Osprey. Kings unable to clear it, but Hamlin picks up the loose puck through the center. He's one-on-one against Brown. Brown gets a piece of Hamlin, knocks it off. Shot around the corner. Getting away from the check that time was your Osprey player. Kings with some pressure on now. We've played 2 minutes and 52 seconds of period number 2.
Kings forechecked on. I got to be honest, if they've picked it up, they're playing the game that they played all weekend. They had a sluggish start. Osprey was all over. Osprey came out really strong, and the Kings come out weak. And but that's not the case here right now. Osprey being hemmed into their zone again. They're showing great leadership here by the Kings to keep this puck in.
There's Aikman with the save, and he'll hold it for a face-up.
It's the only way you're scoring an Andrew Aikman. You're already getting a crowd around the net, or it's a tip or a deflection. If he's seen it, he's stopping it.
And Gary, I think it's what you said. That was the quickest start that I've seen from the Osprey in the games that we've done. Well, they got off to a 4-0 lead. Quick. Coaches for Corner Brook made the goaltending change, settled their team down. Right now, the Osprey him back a little bit in their own zone. We know they'll get out of that with the experience that they have. But a young team for your Osprey. A lot, Gary, you said 09s.
There is, Don. The 09s actually in the country apparently is really, really strong. There's a big I want to say I guess, caliber of hockey from them 09s. It's worth your while to follow up on the 09s in the country, Dan.
There's Seymour. He's in on the backhand. I find that he's improving every game, Gary, as he gets more experience. They went from being stars in their league. Now they got to work on. Here's Seymour, what I'd like to see back on the back check. And there's Brown. He was off and injured, but he's back. The Clarenville native is into it again. And he's with the puck behind his own net. Applin is in front. Brown taking his time with his heads up, look for some support. I said Clarenville, he's Placentia boy. The player Higgins Bellows in on the forecheck, and we're going to have offsides called against the Western Kings. 15:52 left to go in period number 2. If you're joining us late, 4-0 is the score for your hometown TriPen Osprey. Game 3.
I never got to play the fries, Dan. I got a hot chocolate.
You'll get the fries on the way home to go with the Jigs dinner.
Oh, boy.
Teams along the boards look to shoot it in. And one thing about going to any of the arenas in the province, Gary, are them stadium fries.
Stadium fries, buddy. I tell you another place that's top brass for stadium fries, Grand Falls. I don't know if anybody's listening today from out in Grand Falls or watching, but wieners and fries is a thing. No joke.
Wieners and fries in Grand Falls.
Franks and fries. You get, I think it's a deep fried wiener chopped up and put on your fries with dressing gravy. No joke. If you're ever in Grand Falls,
the driver special.
Get the wieners and fries.
I will. Next time the boys go out, I'll get them bring me back a plate and I'll heat them up.
Yep, most definitely.
It's all part of the experience of minor hockey in Newfoundland and Labrador, and this is the best.
Dan.
This is East versus West in U18 AAA hockey.
I bet every hockey player can remember the canteen lady's face growing up, and I'm 45 years old, and I remember all of the ladies that served me through the years at the canteen.
Another big shot by the Western Kings, and just Ackerman with the glove out.
Don, let's go back to the coaching staff here. We want to talk about the TriPen Osprey really quick. Of course, we got Monk on there, assistant coach. Of course, our coach of the year last year, Brad Russell, and trainer this year is Jeff Simmons. Don, they definitely showed leadership in bringing this team along this year and getting their first year Osprey players to buy into the systems and the program that they offer. You can see a big difference in the first years this year.
Kings on the power play here, Gary. 15:04 left to go in the period. 1:31 left to go in the penalty. There's Cumbie. He tries to quarterback his team. Back to Cumbie at the point. He tries the shot, looking for deflections. Unable to get it through. Big man is in front. Bellows. Higgins Bellows.
Corbett doing a great defensive play there, Don, to get his body in front of that puck.
Higgins Bellows in front. He moves up to the high slot, gets the pass. He fans on it. Again, pressure put on by the Kings. 1:09 left to go in the power play. 14:36 left to go. And here come the Western Kings. Ackerman gets a piece of that with his arm. He flecks it in the corner. Osprey with a chance, and here comes Hernam. It's Brody Hernam. He looks, you know he's going to hustle for that puck. And Cumbie knows he's going to. Cumbie lets him get to the puck first. Hernam killing off valuable seconds. Cumbie comes up with the loose puck. Brody Herman will go for a line change. Getting some fresh skates on.
Western, let me cut you out. Western Kings doing a great job down on the 1-3-1 then. They showed really good presence there then. The umbrella is not an easy power play to put off. It's what the standard is, of course, the 1-3-1, or you can do the overload as we call it. But the 1-3-1 is they're doing a great job.
Here the Western Kings with pressure on. 24 seconds left to go in the penalty. Walking the line. It's Austin. He's got Cumbie's counterpart out there. Austin with the head up looking for the man in front. They got the big body of Higgins Bellows. Unable to get it through and shot down by Russell. 8 seconds left to go in the power play. Good PK, good PP by both teams. Shot in. Jacobs first one of the puck. He's being watched by Hamlin. Up along the boards for Russell. Russell unable to get through it. Furlong picks up the loose puck. But again, Simmons just gets it up, shoots it down the ice. Teams are back at even strength with 13:20 left to go in period 1. And we got an icing call. Don Coombs, the grill man, David Sims, B&G Productions. Thanks for joining us, folks. And if you want to reach out to us, you can do so by texting 589-5995. And we will give you a little shout out. Akron watching it closely. Kings keep it in at the line. Teams battling on the boards. 13:04 left to go in the period. We're going to have a penalty call. David Crane, holding going to be called right now. And a chance on the power play. I think the captain got caught.
Yeah, Monk's going to the number 3. Monk is going to the penalty box, Dan.
It's going to be a chance right now for Todd Russell to, or Coach Russell to put his defensive line in, because usually on the PK, Monk is the leader out there, but he's coming out with Harnham, Jacobs, Hurley, who's got a goal,
Simmons over there
and
in the back end.
Simmons. So we get a different look at the power play. Brad Russell got his captain in the box, so we'll see how the young players react right now. And here's Hurley in on the forecheck against Cumbie. Team captain for the Western Kings, logs a lot of ice time. Big, lanky defenseman, looks to start things off. Looking for Sims, broken up there by Jacobs. Loose puck is picked up by Austin, shot in on the off wing. Knocked down with a high stick. And called by referee Dave Crane. Dave Crane and Dean Whalen of Chile, senior officials in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Little change there coming out for your TriPen Osprey now, Gary, with the Deering coming on. He'll replace Hurley. Deering, a veteran player. Face-off is outside the line. Deering will take the draw. He stays out with Brody Harnham and Simmons.
Puck is going inside for the face-off.
And Jacobs. Sims to take the draw against Deering. Big face-off deep. In Osprey zone to the left of goaltender Ackerman. Kings win the draw, get it back to the line to Cumbie. Cumbie looks to move it up in the corner. Deering with a chance to clear it out, shoots it down. All the way down where Austin will have to play it. Harnham in on the forecheck. We got a $1:15 left to go in this power play. Here comes Sims. Shot in. Aikman comes out to play it. He'll leave it for defenseman Simmons, who plays it up high on the boards. Good defensive play by the Kings to keep it in. It's Applin along the boards. 59 seconds left to go. Again, Kings set things up. They got the big body in front trying to create some havoc with Sims. Cross-ice pass, Applin fans on it. And Aikman will take no chances, and he'll hold it for a face-off. 47 seconds left to go, Gary, in the power play. And
textbook play there by the Western Kings, Don. I don't know if, the way that is that you go back to the D, back to the D again, or somebody on the flank. When you come back again is to pull the goalie across. When you pull the goalie across, Don, you want to open up, of course, you want to open up the goalie. That's what you're trying to do, right?
And
you're trying to catch him as he's moving across.
It's so common in the NHL now. We look at Ovechkin, who's closing in on Gretzky's record. How many goals have he got like that? Stamp
right
goes.
On the dot.
Yeah, and Stamp goes. And that's, folks, that comes with practice.
Absolutely. That's textbook example right there.
Yeah.
Ovechkin, of course, that's his spot. He stays there and down on one knee and buries it almost every time.
And Crosby is good. I got to give Crosby a lot of credit. He was on one of the TSN shows the other day and talking about his stick. He still uses a straight blade. You don't see it very often in hockey players now. And they were talking to him. Yep. And they were talking to him about the backhand, because he scores a lot on his backhand and deflections. It's 15 seconds left to go in the power play for the Western Kings. They look to make something happen. It's Hamlin on the left side. Gives it back to his defensive partner, Coles. Coles finds some skating room, gets into the zone. He's being watched by Brown. Back to his defensive partner, looking for Hamlin behind the net. Bellows in front. Bellows gets it again. Ackerman will take no chances. He'll make the big save. He'll hold it with 10:53 left to go in period number 2.
Just the same as a sheet of plywood in the net. Can't get past it. You haven't got much room there around him. Again, the Kings are doing a great thing though. They got to get bodies in front of the net. They got to chip away at the pucks. They got to be able to. They got to make Andrew Ackerman pissed off. That's what I'm going to say. They really do. You got to get under his skin. That's what you got to start doing. You got to peel back the layers of the onion to get at him.
And Gary, the Kings had a slow start in this game. They've come on in the second period
they
of
are.
play.
Well,
and Ackerman has had to make some big saves. And I mean big saves.
This is all Western Kings down right now.
Right now they got the pressure on, and the Osprey for the most part are puck watching right now. And I'm sure Coach Russell and the team management, Crosby and Monk and Simmons, don't want to be seeing that right now. And see Coach Russell, we can see him from our vantage point, trying to encourage his players to get control. Boys, take it back. There's Furlong along the boards and able to clear it out. Park keeps it in at the line. He tries a long shot in front. There's Seymour with a golden opportunity. Up high and over the net.
That's the worst with a 4-0 lead, Don.
Get complacent.
Get complacent. Complacency is a big thing. I mean, obviously, there's no panic on the Osprey, but with a 4-0 lead. But it does make things a bit complacent. You're not getting the best out of them when it's a 4-0 lead, right?
Nope.
You really aren't.
You don't play with the same intensity, but that's something as you mature you learn to. And you know what? Even at the high levels, you get, and then that's why you see a 4-1 game, then a 4-2 game. Then all of a sudden you're back into it,
I can remember
and you got to turn the Jets around.
The World Juniors a few years ago. I'm going to say it's a while ago now. I can't remember how long ago, 10, 12 years ago. Czech Republic, they were down, I think it was 4 goals.
Yep.
And the Czech Republic came back and beat Canada. I don't know if you can remember that game. They were down 4
Yep.
and came back and won 6-5.
It won't be long. Gary, speaking about that, the World Juniors are coming on again. That's
yeah.
our Christmas show here
that's-
in the province. And,
Yes, in Canada in general.
Yep.
It is fantastic to watch.
And again, we'd like to thank our many sponsors who make this happen. It's our gold sponsors, our Brookside Service Stations. That's Anita and Chris Crosby, the management team of your TriPen Osprey. Avalon Trim Lines with Kelly Fowler. Moorfrost with Ian Moores, who we said is here today. Newfoundland Eggs with Joe and Philip Small, with Gary that you mentioned. They're taking on a roll with the U15s, I believe, Osprey.
Yes, actually, just to speak about the U15 program, Joe Smallwood, of course, coaching this year. His young fella is a first-year U15. This year he had the opportunity to take the U15 AAA team, and of course doing a great job with the team. Don, good to see. Again, I talk about the Osprey. It's the feeder system now, where it used to be the TriPen Ice a couple of years ago, and for quite some time. Now it's all Osprey from the U13 straight up through, and that has a big attribute. Let's go to read out some sponsorships here. The Sportscraft Source of Sports, All Embroidery, Parsons Bus, Adams Financial Services, Don. And, of course, here you are, the black sponsors.
Advanced Auto Sales, that's Mark Reynolds. Can-Am Platforms with Lee Nosery. Churchill's Home Hardware with David Churchill. The Scale Shop, Barnes Smith, and Hickman Motors in Carmere. Thank you one and all for your sponsorship of U18, TriPen Osprey, AAA. East versus the West here at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre today. Your Eastern TriPen Osprey lead the Western Kings by a score of 4-0 again. Ackerman square to the puck, Gary, and a chance now for Deering. The Button unable to get it over to Russell. Loose puck is picked up.
I got to give it to the Western Kings. Whatever the coach said to him, the change up of the goalie, the timeout. Western Kings playing the game that they should have been playing. It's great to see.
Well, the Osprey Arena hockey game, there's Button bumped off the puck again. Another solid hit by Coles on Button. Coles getting back into the play right now. That's Applin, long lead pass, looking for Austin through the middle, broken up there. And Western Kings now, Gary, starting to throw the bodies around with 8 minutes left to go in period number 2.
Hey, man, let's call a spade a spade. The Western team, through years, whether it's the Corner Brook Royals, Stephenville Jets, or your AAA team, Western teams are rugged and rough. Am I right or wrong?
They are. They go back to Danky Dorrington's days when he came in with senior hockey back in the late 50s, early 60s, and the Colby Collins and those boys with the Western Kings. Alec Kings played, and then we're looking at players, NHL. Dougie Grant played with him for 5 years, went on and won, and went on to play in the NHL.
And who's the Deer Lake player? I forget his name now.
Darren Langdon.
There you go.
Tough guy.
Mr. Rough Stuff himself.
Yeah.
Right?
Tripping called. Power play coming up right now. Gary,
Yep.
we look at it, and I like watching NTV and on the Mark Duarte is a great program.
Absolutely.
We got to go back, and his name is not here at the banner yet. Alec Faulkner, he was the pioneer for senior hockey players and a pioneer for all hockey players in the province when he played one game with Toronto, went on to great success with the Detroit Red Wings, had a big season playing with Gordie Howe and Alec DeVecchio, and I think it's time for the town and the CB's hockey and then CB senior hockey to get his number 12 up in the bleachers, up in the thing. He did play with the CBs, by the way, when he was with the NHL. He did come back and play with the CBs. He had some time with San Diego Gulls, and certainly he's deserving to have his name here in the rafters at the
So
Danny
this
Cleary.
number here, that must be for George.
That's George Faulkner,
George,
17.
Yes. Yep.
Jack was number 9,
Well done.
and Alex was number 12.
We got to get Alex's up there.
We'll start the lobby
Absolutely.
here today.
Yes, sir.
Come on, CB Stars. Let's make it happen here with B&G Productions. We want to see Alec Faulkner's retired jersey up in the rafters here at Harbour Grace.
Don, I can't remember the guy's name now, but I think we had this conversation before. He used to sell equipment in the 70s. He came to Newfoundland. Howie Meeker.
Yep.
Well, I heard the story one time. Bob Cole told about, Howie Meeker told about Bob Cole to come to Newfoundland.
Big save by Aikman again. Go ahead, Gary. Finish the story.
And they talked about the hockey. Bob Cole said to him, Howie said, if you want to see hockey, he said, you got to go right around the bay. Of course, this is back in the 50s, right? You want to see hockey, you got to go around the bay. Anyway, he could not believe the hockey and the intensity. Well, the Faulkners, he seen them. He listed off a bunch of names. I can't remember, but there was a bunch of names that played with the CBs back then. Very strong. He couldn't believe it because there was they had minor hockey, but no structured minor hockey, say, right?
Frank Moore's bought in George Faulkner. George Faulkner was probably the best player not to play in NHL in the world. The reason he didn't play in NHL, he's race roam by the Montreal Canadiens, and he couldn't play anywhere else. It's not like today. George Faulkner played with Team Canada. He played over in Europe for Team Canada. He played the 60 minutes a game. He bought into Jimmy Dawes from Central. He bought into Jerry Lahey's and the Fitzpatricks from Cornerbrook. He got the goaltending. And I got to do a shout out to a goalie that I know. I know we have Matthews. I know we had the Cobra, Gary Simmons. You know, he was unreal when he came here. The Mask Marvel, the Cobra. He went on to play in NHL with the California Golden Seals. But we have one of our locals, Harry Hunt. Yes. Harry played a game out in Gander. I think it's Gander or Grand Falls. They were outshot like you wouldn't believe. The boys were telling me about it after because I used to do the show on East Link, the sports show, and he stopped 60-odd shots and won the game. There you go. They got
Tip in front there.
Yeah, and that's how you said you got to score. Full credit to the Kings.
Great job by the Kings. I got to give them credit there, Don. They kept barreling down and barreling down. They finally had to crack the egg there and then get one on Ackerman.
And the boys told me, going back to the Ackerman and the goaltending, Harry played the game of his life.
That's Kenneth's father, right?
That's Kenny Hunt's
from the river.
Right? Robert Corbett is a great hockey player too. But Gary, the Kings have got the pressure on. We said 4-1. Then all of a sudden you get another one at 4-2. And now, you know, another goal, they're back in it. They still got 1:53 left to go in the power play.
Yes.
But Gary, we've been blessed with players going to the NHL. You know, we all cheer for Dawson Mercer. We cheer for Alec Newhooks. You know, it was Langdon out west. You know, Michael Ryder.
Michael Ryder. And the hometown boy, Danny Cleary, of course.
Danny Cleary, of
yes.
course, who the arena is named after. And then, you know, you got Ryan Clough. Ryan Clough, we had Teddy Purcell.
Do you know Ryan?
From St. John's, who to me was an exceptional hockey player.
I'm almost sure, but, and I could be correct. One of the boys that I have a chance to coach with up in Bay Arbor told me that they played hockey with Ryan Clough, and I'm almost sure it's Ryan Clough. Never made an A team until he got an U15 done, and then never made a AAA team until he was 18, till he got drafted up in the Q. So here was a fellow that was never an A player growing up through the modern hockey system, and then next thing you know, he's in the NHL. And
Langdon was the same way. And then we had other players like Tony White, a pioneer from Grand Falls, Donnie House. These are NHL players. You know, Grand Falls was popping them out left, right, and center, and Central.
Oh,
there
my
you
God!
go.
4-2 game.
2 power play goals. They're back in it.
The dreaded 4-0 lead, Don. Now a 4-2 game here. We got a game now. I told you, you know.
Costly penalty that time, 2 goals, and we were talking, Gary, when you get complacent, it's 4-0, then all of a sudden you score one, it's 4-1, then you get the second one, 4-2. We got a game going, and the momentum right now is all Kings.
Yeah, the Osprey is struggling to get out of their zone. Got to give credit to the Kings, Don. We got to come back. We got a game of hockey here now.
Oh, it's a big game of hockey. I could see where that 5-4 game came to last night. You know, and Gary, you and I have said in the broadcast so often that, folks, no lead is safe in this league.
It's not over till it's over.
Right, and I can't see him scoring 5 on Ackerman, but in the meantime, anything is possible to get a few deflections and another strong goal. And here's Harnham. He tries a shot, and there, no problem for the keeper, Robertson. He'll hold it for a face-off, and you know that's the first shot in a long while, Gary, a long while for our TriPen Osprey.
Yeah, again, Don, nothing. This is no slight against the Osprey, but that 4-0 lead in the first 10 minutes, Don. You start, coming back on your feet and not playing the way that we should be playing here. And here we know we got a 4-2 game, Don, and we got a game of hockey on a Sunday morning here at beautiful Danny Cleary Hockey Center.
Don't forget, folks, come out and support your TriPen Osprey AAA, U18, U15, U13, our CB Stars. Tomorrow night, the rivalry is back between the Breakers and the CB Stars here at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Center. We want to cheer, too, for our TriPen,
whoa, nice hit there by Hogan.
Junior Stars play out of the Bay Arena. Great hockey team, great organization, and one of the top teams in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Looking for deflection in front that time with the Osprey. They'd like to come back with a quick one. Coach Brad Russell would like to see nothing better. And we're going to have a penalty call again right now.
Yeah.
And that's going to go against the Western Kings. Here's Hernan behind the net.
The goalie coming out, Ackerman coming out. See if we can get full control of it here. Here we go.
Gets it behind the net to Green. Green got a goal here tonight. He closed it off last night with a game-winning goal for your TriPen Osprey. 6 attackers on right now. Monk with a smart play, gives it up, and it's going to be touched by Applin. And we're going to have the penalty call with 3:20 left to go in period number 2. What's turned into a good hockey game here at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Center.
Hey, Don, the The hockey in general in the province has always been big. You see a lot of videos from years ago, and Jim Furlong,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, on NTV, posts
Yeah.
a lot of things from time to time, and some of the stuff you see from the 50s and the 60s at Harbour Grace, man, was absolutely insane back in the day.
Well, Gary, the best seat in the house was up in the beams. You crawl up the beams
Yes,
like we got here, the new ones, and you sit there, and they'd be there an hour before the game. I'm serious. I went there.
No, I remember growing up. I mean, we
know,
played hockey down there as well. I mean, this place is only new for me, so I played a lot of hockey in Harbour Grace.
Yeah.
And I went and watched a lot of hockey down in Harbour Grace. Well, of course, the Bay Arena was only built, I believe, in 84, 85. So, I mean, this was the place to play hockey in Harbour Grace for everybody in our area, right? So,
But Gary, what would we do without the 2 arenas in the Bay right now?
I got to call space, Dave. We need one more ice surface.
Yeah, we there's just not enough time for the what do you call the players to get there to get the development that's needed, and ice time is there, and it's booked.
Out in Grand Falls, they got 2 surfaces, and then they got 15 minutes away at Bishop Falls.
Yeah.
So you think about it now, three ice surfaces. We another ice surface would not go astray here in this area. Oh boy, interference.
Penalty going to be called. He's going to go against Corbett. Thing is, when this was built or proposed to be built, Gary, this was supposed to be a double ice surface, same as Paradise, but that's in the past. But we do need something, and we're going to have to look at it. And to me, the kids all play together and everything. It's great to have the rivalries locally, and I hear about the rivalries when they play Placentia, and they play Whitburn, they play the Rovers,
Down,
they play the
penalty shot
Seabees.
coming down.
Penalty shot?
Yeah.
Wow. Here we go, Ackerman. Why would that be a penalty shot, Gary?
I didn't think he was in the clear. No penalty shot.
Penalty. Going to come up inside. Harnham and Deering out there on the PK. 2:21 left to go in the period.
Dave's shaking his head. He's having a laugh at it anyway. I guess he made a mistake with the call.
Oh, yeah, he is. Getting charged of it.
Chili come over and took the puck and said, Dave, it's not a penalty shot. I was going to say, it had me confused.
Yeah.
I was like, where did that come from?
And here comes Deering. He's in. He's
Nobody
looking for
home,
some
though.
support.
Nobody
there. Teams are at even strength. Both killing off a penalty. 50 seconds left to go in the penalty to the Kings. 1:47 left to go in the penalty to the Osprey. Here's Brody Harnham. He likes to skate. He likes to control that puck. He's got Park with him. Gives it back in the corner to Deering. Deering on the backhand, looking for somebody at the point. Nobody there. Good play from your Kings defenseman, Cumby.
4-on-4.
Picked up by Brody Harnham. Nice move. Avoids the check. He's got players on him. Nobody in front, Gary.
Yeah, the Osprey getting control here. 4-on-4 should be, man-on-man, but it's not done. It's a game of chess and checkers.
18 seconds left to go in the penalty to the Kings. They'll go on the power play. Harnham looks for a man in front. Deering unable to get to it. Outbreak the Kings. They shoot it down. 7 seconds left to go in the penalty. No icing is called. Teams are at even strength. 3 seconds left to go in the penalty. Harnham at the end of a long shift. He'll go off with Brown. Fresh legs come on right now. Fresh skaters. It's going to be Simmons and Jacobs at the point. The younger Harnham comes in. He comes in with Button. Osprey will go on to PK in 3 seconds. Kings are now on the power play. Kept in at the line by Button. Good back check from Applin. Cross it. Ice pass. Kings look to set things up now with the captain behind his own head. In on the forecheck is Harnham. Furlong is out there along with Applin. Cumby brings it in. The Osprey zone. Cumby again at the point. Gets the body in front looking for deflection. 4-2 is the score. We've got less than a minute.
We got 5-on-4 here now, Don. Of course, the Kings getting a change here. Hoping to set up that umbrella again. Here we come.
Here's Sims cross. Applin with a shot.
Yeah.
And Aikman squared the puck, and he'll hold it for a face-off. 39 seconds left to go in the period. 18 seconds left to go in the penalty.
Aikman was there all day long. No fool them then on to come across to the flank. Don, 2 goals scored on Aikman. What did you notice?
Yeah. Deflections.
And traffic.
Yeah, and traffic. And I noticed they're using the
You're not
Higgins Billows a lot to get in front. He's got the puck now. They're on the power play for another 13 seconds.
Someone got to be the agitator.
Yeah, and there's Billows going to the front again.
Look.
Number 33. He knows what his role is.
He's a big body there,
Kept
right?
in at the line by Coles. Coles with the puck again.
You're not moving him either. Look.
Looking for.
Oh man, he missed a
Gary?
He missed a great one-timer there.
Teams are back at even strength with
Puck is
15
loose.
seconds. Applin with the puck. He looks to move it in, and Ackerman will take no chances, and he'll hold it for a face-off with 10.6 seconds left to go in this, your second period of play.
Now we got a game of hockey. Great to see. I got to be honest, because there's no fun excitement in announcing a 4-0 lead.
After the first.
After the first, right? Yeah, in the first 10 minutes, actually. But
it's a different Western Kings period.
I suspect
team in this second period of play.
I suspect going into the third period now, while your Osprey go in there, I think it's going to be a big hard chat here now. Have we with the Osprey, how we dig in now and shut this down and get a couple goals, or we just bury the Western Kings for the rest of the third?
And a big face-off to the left of Ackerman. Sims to take the draw for the Western Kings. Jacobs comes out. Harnham to take the draw for your TriPen Osprey. Harnham gives it up to
Austin's going to move in there now.
Harnham.
Nope, never won. Here we come.
Kings win the draw. They keep it in. It's Coles at the point. He's got 6 seconds. Call for the shot.
Great
broken
block.
up there.
Who got the block there for the Osprey?
There they are. Pushing and shoving.
We got a game, man. It's great to see. Here's 4-2 for the Osprey at the Danny Cleary Community Center. Now we got a game of hockey. Great, man. I love it.
And folks, this second period of play, it's Don Coombs, it's Gary Goss, and we'll be back shortly for start of the third on B&G Productions. Gary.
Don't go nowhere. It's getting me good.
So welcome to the second period intermission here at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre. Don Coombs along with one of the stars. Welcome back to the start of period number 3. Don Coombs, the Grill Man, B&G Productions, Game 3 of this big East versus West series between your hometown TriPen Osprey and the visiting Western Kings, who had the puck right now. Gary, 4-0 lead. We spoke about it. They got in penalty trouble. We spoke to Jacobs between intermissions. Penalties killed them. They gave up 2 goals on the power play. It's a 4-2 game. It was 4-0. It was a bit complacency. Now the Western Kings got some pressure put on.
We got a hockey game. I've been saying it now, the last 5 minutes. The Western Kings putting the pressure on, playing the game of hockey like they know how to play. And the Osprey basically, folding under that pressure. And Andrew Akerman keeping him in like he does.
He's just a mature individual. He's a leader. And, big save there by the corner keeper. He came in, and that's Ryan Roberts. He saw a bit of action since he came in, but full credit to the coaches and the coaching staff of the Western Kings. They got their team back focused. They're within 2. They're carrying the momentum in that second period of play. And there's Park, keeps it at the line. It's over to Corbett. Corbett over to Hurnham. He's got some room, makes the move, tries the shot.
Man, just missed top shot there.
Tried for upstairs and went over high. Here come the Western Kings on the forecheck. That's Pitcher. Pitcher gets possession. Kings find a man in front. Shot back in right now, and then action here in the early stages of this second period of play, or third period of play. And here come your Osprey. It's Green. He's got a goal here tonight. He bumps with Cole. Puck goes in the corner. He's bumped off the puck by Sims. Green, a strong little boy. Yep. Young man, I should say. I shouldn't say little boy. And him and Sims have some words.
Yeah,
Sims is going to get the box.
Yeah, that second hit didn't warrant. First hit, yeah. That was there. Second hit wasn't there. That's why he's going in the box.
Opportunity right now for your TriPen Osprey to score one. 18:38 left to go in this third period of play. 4-2 is the score. We're live at the Danny Cleary Harbour Race Community Centre. It's the grill man, Gary Goss. It's Stan Coombs, and it's David Sims from B&G Productions. Kings win the draw, and they shoot it down. In on the forecheck. Here comes Simmons behind his own net. Gives it up to Earl. Earl's got Corbett up the boards. And here comes Brody Harnham. He's logged a lot of ice time this game and this weekend. This is the third game of this series. Osprey opened with a 3-0 lead in game number 1 on Friday night. Saturday night, much closer, 5-4 score. And 4-2 right now with Corbett with the puck on the power play. Cross ice pass to Simmons. Osprey looking to set things up. Here's Deering. Back to Simmons. Simmons looking for the man in front of the deflection and able to get it through. Corbett, one the goal scorer, steps in again. He opened the scoring. 1:12 left to go in the power play. 17:48 left to go in this, your third period of play. Simmons, that pass again, Gary, over to Harnham. He fans on it. Simmons keeps it in at the line.
Osprey doing a great job, John, with composure of the power play here.
Corbett again.
Great puck movement.
Earl's in front in the high slot. He gets it. He tries a shot. And again, no problem for the keeper for Cornerbrook to make the save on that one.
That was Earl there down in the high slot. If you're setting up the full umbrella, that would be the bumper. That's a hard position to play, actually.
Here comes Corbett. Looks to shoot it in. Gets it in deep right now. Osprey work along the boards. Harnham comes in to offer support. He's out there with Green. Western Kings break up. Green back on the back check. Shot in by Austin. He'll go look to chase. Again, Corbett, the offensive defenseman. 10 seconds left to go in the power play for your TriPen Osprey. Again, they break it up with Austin. Austin looks to shoot it in.
5-on-5 here now. He's coming out.
Seymour. Good job by the Western Kings, Gary, on killing off that power play. Or that penalty kill. Here's Green, bumps with his man behind the net. Big body from Green.
There
Connor
you go.
Green.
That's more like a Green.
Using his physical skill.
Well, that's what we need here now. We need some physicality of the Osprey players. I love them in the fly on the wall to listen to Russell in the locker room. In between the second and third period, Don.
Well, it'll work for the Kings with their.
Here we go. We got a breakaway from Russell.
In the corner, he's got Seymour in the high slot. Seymour being watched by Applin. Seymour knocked off the puck. Kings pick it up along the boards. Kept it at the line.
Man, he got a stick on it. That's Seymour.
Roberts with a big save that time off the deflection. Again, Park is at the line. He will go to move in. He's knocked off the puck by Butt.
This game has gotten way more physical than the first and second period.
Exciting third period of play here. Sir. And B&G, and there's Castle. He looks to shoot it in. And out come the Osprey. Unable to clear it was Russell. Again, shot back. Cumby. He's got Gosney on the offside with him. Cross ice pass to Gosney. New skates coming out for your Western Kings. Here's down to Ryan. And he shoots it in for your Western Kings. In on the forecheck. Osprey chance to clear it out, but again, Cumby keeps it in at the line.
Oh boy, great job there. I got to see who that is, number 22 for the Osprey. Just lifts his stick up. That's
Hemian.
Hemian, yeah. Great job there. He would have got that one-timer up. Whoa, man, what a hit!
He got him underneath.
Smokes!
He's hurt.
Oh, boy.
He's hurt. That's Hogan.
Oh, gee, man.
Hogan is down.
Boy.
We're concerned for his safety here. That was Higgins Bellows, I think. He's hurt.
Yeah, Don.
I thought he got the knee.
Yeah, well, yeah, he brought it up. He did. He got rocked in, in the neutral zone. Yeah, he's going to need a couple buddies here to get him out.
We're
most
concerned
definitely.
for his safety there right now. That's Sander Hogan, the Paradise native. He's hurt.
to get him off. Well, you know,
Gary, he's struggling.
Don, you know,
Just could be a serious injury as we look at him coming off the ice.
we talk about hockey.
The trainer going off with him.
We talk about hockey and hitting. You know, in the NHL, the Rock'em Sock'em days are over, gone. They've been gone now for a good 10 years. And how many monster hits do you see take place in the NHL? Really?
Yeah.
It's not common no more. The game is too fast. The game is too fast. Now that was a good hit, Brady. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at it again to see if he brought up his knee. I'm sure people can say yes. I never really caught it. I seen the hit. I didn't see it fully play out. Obviously, it looked bad. Again, but you'd have to get a replay on to see what fully happened to understand how bad of a hit, if it was a legitimate hit, right?
Well, it's
but obviously, there's nobody in the box, so
two
it
senior
could have been that
officials
bad,
out
right?
there, and we got to give credit to David Crane and Dean Whalen. They're senior officials. They didn't see nothing bad. And you know, they saw what happened. We just hope for the player everything's good with him. And here comes Hamlin. It's the game now. How the players react to the hit. You know, right now.
Well, it brings the team. It brings the team together.
That the Osprey feel that it should have been a penalty, and the players gone off hurt. The Kings got an uplift from it with no penalty called. So right now, it's how it plays out. How the coaches are going to control their teams, keep the emotions on the hockey side of it, and let it fall where it may.
I mean, I'm not really sure who it was, Dan, but whoever it was who did hit that hit, you know, keep the eyes in back of your head for the rest of the game.
Higgins Bellows that played the hit. He's number 33. He's their big body up forward. And the players get together, and, of course, the officials right in there with David Crane. We've got 14 minutes exactly. We played 6 minutes of this period number 3. It's the third game of the 3-game series between the East Coast TriPen Osprey and your West Coast Western Kings. It's Don Coombs, it's the Grill Man, it's B&G Productions with David Sims. Deering wins the draw, a chance for the Osprey to clear it out. Osprey started off the first period with a good focus in the first period, but the Kings have been even Steven so far in the second and the start of this third period of play. We'll try to get an injury report for you on Hogan, folks, and give you an update before the game is over, if at all possible. Don't want to see any players in any league from any team getting hurt. This is still minor hockey, even though it's the best of U18 AAA in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Deering again wins the draw, gets it back to the point. That's Corbett, looks for the long pass along the boards. Harnham unable to control it, and back come the Kings again. Gary, we were talking earlier, 4-0 lead is a great lead, but all of a sudden becomes 4-1 and 4-2. And the gate wasn't closed solidly, Gary. That's where he bought the player out. So the officials blew the whistle, called it down, get the safety back into the game with 13:36 left to go, and this your third period of play.
Don, I'm sure as we will get an update on Hogan. I guess some sort of update to see. Obviously, I'd say he's gone for the rest of the game. Will look like probably an injury. Hopefully not a significant one. Hopefully it's more of a Charlie Horse style hit where I guess the pain at first is more than what it is after.
There's Deering, cross-ice pass to Park. He tries shot up high. Roberts no problem just letting that one go. In the corner, it's Deering. He battles for the puck. He's looking for the man at the point, but two Kings on him. They get the puck, look to clear it out. They do get it in the center ice zone. It's Corbett. Nice little move, trying to find his defensive partner, Park. He'll shoot it in, and they go in on the chase. Looking for the man through the center. It's a body check on every hit now, Gary. Both teams. Furlong takes a miss to check is Deering. Deering is bumped off their boards after the pass. Coaches telling the Kings to finish their checks. Kings with some aggression trying to get that puck. Kept in at the line. Shot. Roberts no problem for that. He shoots it in the corner. Flex in the corner to Cumbie. The team captain clears it out in the center zone. It's Austin. He continues on. He's in against Simmons. 12:22 left to go. 4-2 is the score. It's game 3 of the series between the Western Kings, the best of the West, against the beast of the East, your TriPen Osprey. Come fly with us. Haven't seen Ozzy around today either, Gary.
No.
Ozzy must have flew the coop, as they say. Don't forget, folks,
great addition. Great addition to this U18 Osprey team, though, Don. The mascot, we all know is Ozzy. It's a fan favorite now. Kids look for him, right?
Don't forget to bring your cameras and get a picture with your kids with Ozzy at the TriPen Osprey home games here at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre and the Bay Arena in Bay Roberts. There's Green, bumps with his player Applin. Kings with an opportunity to clear it out. 11:43 left to go. The Kings trail by 2. They've scored 2 power play goals in the second period of play. As we spoke to Jacobs in the interview, they got to cut down on the penalty, so emotions got to stay in check here in this third period of play. Play physical, play with skill, but play with emotions. And here comes Jacobs, the man we did the interview with, the Bay Roberts native. Works it over to Simmons. Simmons tries up against the wall to get it out, and it's picked up there by Harnham. Harnham cross, ice pass to Green. Harmon looks for a drop pass, he gets it, and Roberts will take it, and he'll hold it for a face-off. And there's Green in front, and he takes a hit from behind. I think we're going to have penalties out of this one, Gary.
Yeah, he snowed him a little bit. He got snowed, We got a couple penalties, though.
I think it's going to be Coles. No, it's Cassell going to get the penalty. I think that would be the hit from behind the head that came into play. We'll wait for the Osprey box to open. No, it's just one penalty call, but it looks like Gary, and that's going to go against Coles.
Oh, head contact, 4 minutes. Here
4
we
minutes
go.
was behind, and 2 officials were there. It was a scrum. The 2 officials were there. You got to control your emotions. We spoke about that after, that hit on Hogan, boys. Control your emotions. Bogdan speaking to David Crane, the official, and Crane explaining what he saw.
I've heard it now, and I've heard it for a while. Never let your emotions get too high. Never let your emotions get too low. Right? Right at the nose. You got to keep them in check, Don. That's the way it is. That's something we talk about in the dressing room all the time. You got to stay cool, calm, and collective. Cool as a cucumber, as they say.
You know what? No matter what the sport, it's a long season.
Hey, man, it's still a 4-2 game here. They got a great game going here, right?
Now you got a 4-minute penalty. You got to kill off a 4-minute penalty. And what's been a good hockey game, good comeback from the Kings. They were down 4-0, Gary, and now you're back in it. You got to control that emotion.
It's a big time here now for the Osprey to put a nail in the coffin and bury this one to get a goal.
Here's Furlong. He's killing off some seconds. Got a little rush going. And it's going to be Harnham.
We're going even strength now.
Yep. Harnham's going to get called for hooking. Obvious play. Brody Harnham goes off. He better watch what he's...
Oh, that's it. He's gone. He's gone. That's it. Misconduct. That's it.
That's Furlong. He got the call. What are you arguing with the officials for? He got the call.
If you don't watch it, Dave Crane's going to throw him off too, Don. These refs ain't taking no BS. These are senior refs officials here.
Furlong got hooked.
Yeah, he went down. He shouldn't have approached him. He should have left it as is.
They called the penalty right away. That emotion again, Gary. We got to get back to it.
That's what I mean. You can't get too high. You can't get too low. You got to keep it at the nose, right? You got to keep everything in check.
Deering loses the draw. It's back to the point to Bogdan. Over to Applin. Applin looking for somebody in front. He's got that big body in Sims. Up and deflected off Sims. Up and over with 10:39 left to go. Stay tuned, folks. 4-2 is the score. It's Don Coombs. It's the grill man, Gary Goss. And it's David Sims on B&G Productions. Right here at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre.
Don, I'll tell you what. Being a ref is a tough job. Oh, man.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. You ref, Don?
I refed.
A lot of years? Yeah.
Yeah. Not hockey, but I refed.
Well, refing in general, no matter what it is.
I refereed.
Man, it's a tough gig.
Up to Challenge Cup. So.
Yeah, you've challenged at some high levels then. Yeah. Ref at some high levels, sorry.
And it doesn't matter what level it is.
No, or what sport. Reffing stuff. Here we go.
There's Austin.
Nice
big save by Ackerman.
Man.
Again, squares the puck. Good save by Ackerman. It's Corbett behind net. Puck hops over his stick. They still got a power play right now. 2:56 left to go in the penalty. Shot again. Loose puck. Ackerman, big save.
He's
folks.
seen it, man. He's seen it.
Looked easy, but that was a big save. And here's Deering killing off valuable seconds. 1:09 left to go in the penalty.
Don, it's November. Put your poppy on, as they say.
Yeah,
right.
Let's remember those that made the supreme sacrifice.
Absolutely, it's November.
In November 11, folks, take the 2 minutes time at 11 o'clock to remember those. that made a better world for us as we talk about emotions here and everything else, Gary,
Well,
with our hockey and our sports.
I don't want to have a spin-off of talking about the Poppy and talking about Remembrance Day, but hey, it's a big part of why we get to play this sport and do what we do here today.
Button knocked down in on the forecheck.
You know, I talk about Remembrance Day. Last year, I coached the U15 Rovers, Rep 1 team. And on November 11th, we had a game.
We got a
breakaway!
Sims, 1-on-1 against Ackerman.
No way
Ackerman
there,
square
man.
to it. Sims still with the puck, looks to put it in the short side. Sims knocked off the puck. Big save by Ackerman. Likes to be challenged with 9:04 left to go in this third period of play. Ackerman makes the save right there on a breakaway by Sims from center in. Last
year we had the Rep 1 team have a game on Remembrance Day, and when we brought in a couple vets from the Afghanistan War. It was a fantastic day down. We had the commemorative puck from the Poppy Association of Canada, and we brought in the Legion and things like that. It was a great thing. Full red carpet. It was awesome, and things like that is what make the sport special.
You know, the poppy means so much to us all. It's the flower of remembrance, but it's also the flower of peace.
That was a great save by Andrew Aikman.
He was square, he was focused, and, big play by Sims. He tried to deke him, go to the backhand, and Aikman held his ground.
Boy,
Osprey right now on the power play. They got a minute, 58 seconds left to go in the power play, and to move things in zone. It's Hurley one of the players you coach, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Gets it back to the point.
He's a great kid, man.
Jacobs with a shot, and big save by Roberts.
Jacobs, another young fella I had a chance to coach since these guys were in squirts. Jack Earl, another kid. I know all these guys, fantastic kids, great character, and just total full-on 100 mile per hour every time they get a chance to do something.
We played 12 minutes exactly this third period of play. 4-2 is the score.
Well, those three names I just mentioned are either going to be your leader. Once you lose your captains, and you got Harnham as well, Nolan. Once you lose some of these kids, these are your players that are stepping up next year.
Well, you see very often, like the league revolves, players age out, but it's a good flock. It's a good flock to play with the Osprey that they picked up in the 09s, Gary.
It is.
And they're solid now for 3 years, and I'm sure Brad Russell and Chris Crosby.
Matt Russell, another young fellow I've had the opportunity to be with on the bench. You know what I mean, and coach up through.
Here's Corbett at the point, looking to make something happen. Moves it into the corner. It's Deering looking for the short side. Loose puck is picked up by Butt. He shoots it down the ice, and here's an opportunity for the Kings to get first one to the puck. Ackerman comes out to play it. Nice smart play by Ackerman. 21 seconds left to go in the penalty. 7:30 left to go in this third period of play. What turned into a great hockey game in here.
Whoa! Here we go.
Applin shot. Whoa!
That's awesome there.
The glove.
Listen, man, he's seeing it. He's stopping it. Like I told you, this kid's cool as a cucumber.
Certainly a leader on the team, and
Listen, Don, when kids buy into the whole atmosphere, professionalism, the character shows in the kids that have it. Some kids have it, and it stands out. It's and some kids are quiet, a bit more reserved. But the kids that step up as leaders can stand up in a dressing room when you're down 5-0 or 4-3 or whatever the case may be, or you're up 4-2 or 4-0. These are the kids that stand up in the dressing room and be leaders and tell everybody, hey guys, listen, we got to get this checked here. We got to check in here now and realize we got a 4-2 game. We're not going to blow this.
No,
right?
Exactly. And Gary, a great third period of play. And once again, we want to thank our many sponsors to make AAA U18 hockey available here in this region. And I want to thank Danita and Chris Crosby at Brookside Service Station, Kelly Fowler at Avalon Trimline Signs, Moorfrost, Harbour International, Ian Moores that we spoke about earlier. That I think he's doing a program here also. Newfoundland Eggs, we spoke with Joe Smallwood and Philip Smollett. Big supporters here and gold sponsors.
We got the white sponsors, Sportscraft Source for Sports, Allen Embroidery, Parsons Bus, Adams Financial Services, of course, Allen Embroidery, Ian Flynn there and Bay Roberts for all your embroidery needs, Don.
And our black sponsors, Advanced Auto, Mark Reynolds, Lee Nosery, K&M Platforms, David Churchill, Churchill's Home Hardware, The Scale Shop,
Chad Parsons,
Hickman Motors, Carboneer.
Sponsors are huge, man. You wouldn't be there without them. It's great to have sponsors and be a part of these programs, especially at the U18 level.
And in all the teams, we want to thank all the sponsors. We don't have them all here today, but we want to thank them all because it's so important to us as, to move throughout the regions. We look at the big bus that's that was there for the weekend is parked outside, bringing the players out in the hotel rooms and the travel and going to these tournaments and the other stuff that are involved in it. It's a big thing. And another one of our sponsors is Bar and Smith up in Bay Roberts, Spinners Bay, and another big sponsor that comes through, and they do it for the love of the game. They do it for the love of the kids. And I spoke to somebody last night at the Harbour Breeze at an event I attended, and we were talking about by having your kids involved in the sport, you give them a chance for other things. They learn discipline, no matter what the sport is. You learn respect, both for yourself and your opposition, and you learn, the team spirit.
Team sports.
And it keeps you away from some of the stuff the kids have to deal with in this day and age. So great job by all the sponsors in all the areas throughout the province. 6:07 left to go in period number 3. 4-2 is the score.
4-2, Don. The Osprey have come back in. When I say come back, obviously they were head for nothing, but they came back to where they were in the beginning of the game. Well, they're bringing it to them now.
Yeah, the Kings had a great second period of play, and teams right now
they own the second period, no doubt about it.
Teams right now are pretty even, and it's good to see in this third period of play. This is the third game of the weekend series, folks. The Osprey opened the first game with a 3-0 lead.
What was the score Friday night?
That was 3-0, and Penny had a strong game in it for the Western Kings. They won 5-4 last night on a goal by Connor Green, and now they're back today. They took a 4-2 lead, and again, Aikman sees it, he'll hold it, and a power play, 2 goals scored by the Kings. So we got a game left to go, Gary, with 5:28 left to go in this, your third period of play.
The young fella, I can't remember his name, but he's still in the box. We're unsportsmanlike. No load on Dave Crane to chop the hips and get him in the box.
No, and the thing with it is, Gary, the call, I can't understand it. And, the call was made. He went down. The referee put, there it is. Chance early on looking for number 2.
Well, Robert's having a great game, man.
He's played strong since came in.
He's seen a lot of rubber since he's come in the net and taken over. I can't remember the other young fella's name here for the Western Kings, but he's seen a lot of rubber, and he's doing a great job.
And he played last night's game. He was in goal last night. He's a strong game.
Got to give credit where credit's due. I know we're here as the Osprey Association, but we call a game fair is fair, right?
Well, you got to say what you got to say.
You got to say what you see.
We don't want to see any players hurt. We want to see hockey.
Absolutely not.
It's B&G Productions. It's David Sims, and it's the organization that we do. We don't go on the road to another games.
No. We're the hometown broadcasting team, right?
And I always say to Kristen, Anita, and David, thanks for having us along because it's a big part, and we enjoy it.
I love to be a part of it.
And enjoy watching the games, and we thank the people that tune in to watch it from all over, and we thank everybody that gives me the text and give me the information. Last night, as I said, I was at the Harbour Breeze for a function, and somebody was texting me scores in the game, so people know that we're here, and we want to do stuff with it too.
Dave Sims, did we get on Ryan Jacobs after? Did we get that interview posted? Was that posted after? Should be shortly. Yeah, so we had Don was down having an interview with Ryan Jacobs, your first-year player. Of course, Ryan now has been part of the HPP program as well, growing up, and of course the AAA program. Great young fella from Bay Roberts. His mom and dad are here today to watch the game, and they'll also get a dose of his interview done after.
Yeah, well, he did well. What I find, and Gary, we see the guys. You know them. I
know a lot of them. I do. I'm very blessed to know a lot of them.
We see them a lot of with gear on. They're still only kids.
They are.
They're still only kids that are
they're
enjoying
young,
the
developing
game.
young male athletes.
Yeah, young people that love the game and want to play it at this level, which is the highest level for U18 in the province, Newfoundland and Labrador. And we thank the many people to make it happen throughout the province. As we said, folks, this is Game 3. The Beast of the East come fly with us in the flock with the TriPen Osprey, taking on the Kings of the West, the Western Kings. Osprey moving the puck back in. Applin back behind his own net with 3:40 left to go. Western Newfield will have to get a goal shortly, Gary, to get back in and make a 4-3. Long cross ice pass to Lanswood. He's unable to control it.
Well, the Osprey, and of course the backstop, Andrew Aikman, doesn't want no part of this now. Let them get a goal.
Jacobs finds a man, cross ice pass again to Russell. Russell in on the forecheck. He's got Button. 2 players up front, and then back come the Kings. Simmons just takes it, shoots
Western
it back.
Kings get a goal here with 3 minutes left, and they have enough time to put something together. Osprey's in trouble. Let's call a spade a spade.
Well, they were back on their feet in the second period of play, but they're happy with the 4-2 lead, but you just can't sit back in your haunches right now. Here's Button moving in on the backhand, looking for somebody in front. Nobody there. Western Kings get a chance to clear it out. We've got less than 3 to go in this third period of play. 4-2 is the score, and here's Bogdan. Bogdan is in, makes a nice little move to go around Simmons. Simmons sticks with his player. Puck along the wall. Jacobs comes in. Button comes back. Looks to play it up along the boards. Unable to get out again. Good pressure put on by the Western Kings right now. Gary with 2:33 left to go in the period. They got the Osprey back on their heels a bit. Here's an opportunity in front. Loose puck.
Oh my God! I told you! What did I tell you?
They score.
Now we got a game done. 4-3, man. Have we got a game now?
2:24 left to go.
That's it.
Coach
Andrew
Brad
Ackerman
Russell
shaking his head. He knows. Listen, boys, you got to clear the crease.
He made the save. The puck stayed
He made
there.
the initial first two stops done.
The Osprey got back on their heels again. They were puck watching. You can't puck watch. 2:24. We can because we're doing the TV game.
Yeah.
But when you're on ice, you can't puck watch.
No.
2:24 left to go. It's big face-off right now. It's Deering to take it against Applin. Puck is picked up by the Western Kings. It's Hamlin. They'd like to come out of this with at least a tie, maybe a victory. They have a chance right now with 2:16 left to go in this.
I'm going to be looking for when they pull the goalie down. He's coming out. He's coming out. I don't know when, but he's coming out.
Corbett's hitting along the boards. Corbett's still with the puck. He's got some room.
Whenever they start buzzing, he's coming out. You watch and see.
We've got less than 2 to play. Have an eye on the keeper, Gary. We're watching the play here. Applin is down on the ice. He was bumped by Deering. Referee asked him if he's okay. And he's going to blow the whistle, Gary. 1:48 left to go. No sign from Roberts leaving that time. And again, the player down. We certainly hope he's okay.
Don, a whistle here actually helps the Osprey, believe it or not. You got to take the momentum away, whatever you can do here now, right now, from the Western Kings. Obviously, they do have the momentum. Osprey back on their heels a little bit here.
That's Aiden Applin. Where's number 47? 97. He's a Deer Lake native, and again, as we did with Hogan, we certainly hope everything is okay with him. He got back to the bench. Hopefully, it's just a wind knocked out. Something simple. Right? Face off outside the Osprey zone. 1:48 left to go.
I just caught the coach there, give the old 1-2 on the eyes. He's looking at the goalie. You watch me. You know what I mean? You're coming out.
Here they set it up. It's cross pass. Nice little move by Bogdan. Skates around Hurley Eye.
Boys got to shut it down here. The Osprey got to shut it down here. You guys see, you got to be physical.
knocked out.
You got to shut it down here. Let's go, boys.
That was Deering. Back comes Harnham. He's all offense. He takes the shot. Roberts gets a piece of it, deflects it in the corner. Deering is in on the forecheck, and Roberts will have to hold it for a face-off. With 1:18 to keep them in their own zone.
Whistle in the Western Kings zone down. This is what we want to see for your hometown team, TriPen Osprey. That's it. We want to shut this down right here now with 1:20. Puck got to stay in the red zone if the Osprey want to come out on top.
1:18 to go. Big Osprey led by a score of 4-3. Kings come back with 3 big goals against Ackerman.
Timeout.
I don't know which team called timeout. I think it was Cornerbrook, Gary.
Yeah, Western, yeah. Well, a great game. Man, it started off wild with a 4-0 lead in the first 10 minutes. But we had a game of hockey from the second period. Actually, from the last 3 or 4 minutes of the first. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, and the Kings came back. The Kings, give them credit. They fought their way
100%.
back. And just the 2 goals were on a power play, but they were strong before that power play. And right then they had the Osprey back on their heels, and I'm sure Coach Russell's talking to his players. Coach Monk is giving them direction for the D. And boys, the first thing you do is win that face-off, get control of it, keep them hemmed in, and keep Roberts in the net.
This is why I love this game. It's not over until it's over, right? It really isn't. 1:18. It's like football almost. You know what I mean? The game doesn't count until the last minute or so. With a 1-goal game.
Deering to take the draw for your Osprey.
Osprey won the face-off.
He's up against Bursey. Kept in the line by Corbett. Nice play. Shot back in. Second sticking down on your Western Kings.
Who have we got out here, Don, for the Osprey? We got Deering. We got Corbett back there.
Hurley Eye is in. A skate up miles tonight.
We got Simmons.
Hurley Eye gets the puck. Shoots it back behind the net. In is Deering on the forecheck. He bumps with Cumby. Cumby keeps possession and outbreak the Western Kings.
Here comes the goalie. Here he comes. He's coming.
Shot in there.
Yep,
right
he's coming.
by
Here he is. He's
Bursey.
gone. Extra
Net
man
is empty.
out.
Extra man is on. Corbett with the puck. Corbett unable to control it. Western Kings pick it up. Got the man up high in the slot. Austin staying high. There's Applin at the point.
Loads of traffic in front of the net, by the way. Kings doing a great job.
31 seconds left to go. Big face-off for Gary.
Yeah, 3 bodies in front of Andrew. And that's what you got to do. You got to create traffic. You got to get under his skin. You got to do something to make that to make that kid not see the puck, right?
And Furlong's misconduct is over, Gary, so he's back. But big face-off right now.
Massive face-off. We'll see who wins it.
Bercy against Deering. Western Kings.
Puck out. That's good. 28 seconds left.
27 left to go in this third period of play. They have to clear the zone. Looking to clear it out of Simmons. He tries a long shot. Good defensive play by Applin.
It's a nail biter for sure,
18 seconds left to go. Tipped in by Austin. But here's Corbett. He'll just take it and shoot it back. Applin playing back. Got the puck. Cross. Ice pass.
Here we
Mercy.
go.
Nobody there. Shot down again. 6 seconds left to go. And we're going to have an icing call with 4.4 seconds on the clock.
Don, this face-off is going to be huge. You can do a lot in 4 seconds. I watched the NHL game there last week.
I think it was 6 seconds that we said, Gary, when I noticed. And I think referee Whalen might be getting to put a couple of seconds back on it. There's a couple of seconds, as you said, in different sports. Look at basketball. Big face-off.
Yeah.
No, 4.4.
No, 5.6.
On it. Okay. There's a chance.
Oh, my God. Where's the puck? Net's
Bouncing
off.
in front.
Net's off. They're definitely going to get a second back on that, on the clock.
0.8 seconds left to go in this exciting game here at the Danny Cleary Harbour Grace Community Centre. It's the grill man, Gary Goss. It's Don Coombs. It's David Sims from B&G Productions. This is game 3 of the series, Gary, and what a finish with 0.8 seconds left to go. This is a big face-off.
You want to talk about a game of hockey? This wasn't looking great first for the Western Kings, but I'll tell you what, announcing the game, if you're here at the stadium, it's definitely an awesome game to be a part of this morning.
Deering against Austin. What a face-off to the right of goaltender Ackerman. Deering is waved out.
Excuse me.
In comes Hernam. Hernam just looked to kill it off, and that's it, folks. That's the end of the game.
Hey, man, we seal the deal. 4-3. What a game of hockey, though, on a Sunday morning in beautiful Harbour Grace.
And full credit to TriPen Osprey for a 3-game sweep of the Western Kings, but full credit to Western Kings, for their comeback here today. They made it a hockey game. I want to wish them safe travels on the way back. The next game is 2 weeks, going to be a couple weeks away for the Osprey, Gary. But we want to wish your team, the U15s, here traveling.
Yeah, we are. We're going to be again. Yeah, we had just come off the big weekend in St. John's, of course. The team still trying to come together. A young team, and ended off with a tie against the Knights yesterday for the U15 AAA Osprey. Great to see the U13 AAA Osprey having a great season so far too, Don.
Well,
lots of action and lots of talent in the TriPen area.
And nice to see the shake hands after, a very physical series between the two. 3-0 was the score of the first game Friday night, 5-4 last night, and there's the players going over to the coaches too. I like that. I like showing the respect and the true maturity of these players right now. 5-4 was last night, and tonight was a big, thrilling 4-3 win. Some valuable points for your TriPen Osprey.
Don.
And folks, thank to our sponsors. Thank you to everybody, Gary. And
Brad, just to talk about it a second more, Brad Russell got to be happy with the outcome for the weekend from the TriPen Osprey here. Three games. Obviously, hockey's hockey. You're going to go back and forth. The boys did get a bit complacent, but they did come out on top.
They
Great job.
won. And you need the points at the end of the season here in this league, Gary. The league is close. Like we said, the Growlers beat the Blizzard. The Blizzard beat the Growlers on Friday night. The Growlers beat the Blizzard last night, so the teams are even, and it's an age-out process, but it's a learning process. So it's good, and thank you, folks, for joining us this Sunday afternoon. We'll let you know when the next game is. Thank you, Mr. Jacobs, for the interview. This is Don Coombs, along with the Grill Man, Gary.
Yes, I appreciate it, Don. Great day being here with you. Over and out, folks. If you're watching hockey, there's some great hockey coming up for the U18s, U15s, and U13 Osprey. Love to be here. Over and out. Take care.
I'm going up to Gary's for supper.
There you go. All the best.